So first off, the speculation map. So now let's talk about the $350 HHN ticket. Choose thy fate and celebrate Island of Adventure's 25th anniversary.
That is creepy.
Yeah, right.
What in the world? Crazy to see, it's just completely gutted.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios. It is time for another Halloween Horror Nights 2024 update. Universal Studios is trying to charge people $350 a night just to go to HHN. So we gotta talk about that, more Easter eggs, a bunch of announcements that Universal dropped. There's also some Dueling Dragons new stuff happening over at Islands of Adventure. So we're gonna go do that. And it's time to talk about the HHN shirt of the day. We're gonna go back to HHN 26, the year of chance. It's like the annual pass holder shirt. And then the hat says, you won't stand a chance. And you have chance right there. Then on the back it says Halloween Horror Nights 26. On that note, let's roll the commercial.
Face horror beyond your wildest screams. You won't stand a chance. Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay, welcome back. Let's head in. All right, so the first little update is, so there's characters, guys and girls. Universal's having them shave their heads this year. I wonder where they're gonna be popping up within HHN. We gotta go into the tribute store. We got fun Easter eggs to share with you guys.
Back into the Tribute Store Plaza. All right, we've returned to the board. So it's time to do a deeper dive into this little Easter egg. So let's do a deeper dive into this one.
Okay, so we talked about this little Easter egg a while ago, but we're gonna do a deeper dive into it. So it's gonna be the world's first 10 megabyte computer system, now only 1984. Now 1984, right, represents the year that Terminator came out, and this is a little nod to the Terminator film. Now I have a theory, because there's multiple Terminator Easter eggs throughout the tribute store. They always hide Easter eggs for upcoming tribute stores. I think we might get a Terminator summer tribute store. We have the little logo for Skynet. Thinking of the future, Cyberdyne Systems is the future that we're thinking about, is the next summer tribute store. We also remember back in the summer tribute store from last year at the computer, they had a little nod to Terminator, and then also in the Christmas store, they also had another little nod with the police helmet for Terminator 2. Okay, so then we see the NES game, right? The Terminator NES game. So it's all the different films that are represented within the current tribute store except Terminator, giving us a little nod to Terminator coming maybe next year for a summer tribute store. And then when you go to the arcade machine, his animation looks a lot like the T-1000 from Terminator 2, which then was also in the Terminator attraction that was here Universal Studios. So I have a theory, maybe next year the summer tribute store might be based on some of the original attractions at Universal Studios. That's just my theory that I have. And then we see this action figure by the computer. This is actually going to be a Beetlejuice action figure. It's missing the head, but you might remember it from the old school commercial.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice!
Yahoo! It's showtime! Hey, annoying hombres making you do stuff you hate. Don't lose your head. Make them history. Think that's scary? Watch this! Whoa! That went right through me.
Did you see that?
Now watch this. First, a double team. Now, a double scare. Nobody beats me. So when you want to scare somebody, give me a call.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice! Gotta go.
And then it says, Chad called in late. He saw an alien on a bike. As you know, in the final room, you see Elliot and E.T., on the bike. So that's a little nod to that. And then there's also going to be the crazed scientists. And then it's going to be like mansion destroyed. Now, the author is going to be Robert Z., right, for Robert Zemeckis. And it's also going to be Hill Valley, known by the town as the crazy, wild-eyed scientist. Dr. Emmett L. Brown was the owner of his family's once illustrious estate. Since the recent disaster, Dr. Brown has begun selling off the land, all 435 acres, to investors in a shocking turn of events that brings about more questions than answers. Timing is everything. Some experts are calling this ... Now, this is a little nod. It's not the exact newspaper, but it's a nod to the newspaper that we saw in the Back to the Future film.
So that is the rundown of some of the Easter eggs here within a little checkout area. I know a bunch of you guys are in these little VHS covers all over the place. Like this one of the two pugs. What is this one? Is that just a plush chicken? Oh, look who made it. There they are. The whole squad. That's a good one.
I don't have friends. I got family.
I love that all these dogs have now popped up in all these VHS tapes. So you can still purchase these if you'd like for the tribute store. It'll be like $95. They give you a membership card, custom Mr. Tape socks, and then you'll get one of these VHS tapes and they'll also ship it to you. There's just so many different VHS tapes. There's literally a movie for everybody. You got Jaws 2, and then you go down to Jaws the Revenge. Oh, Jaws the Revenge. If you've ever seen it, you understand. $70, we got a new kind of long sleeve Back to the Future, right? And it's like part 2 because they're flying through the clouds. If you want to have a little matching set, they got some sweatpants for $60. You're looking at what, $130 just for that outfit. Now we're going back into the beaded room, right? You know, we got the janitor, we're in the back room. But if you look over here, there's this little bit of light. You look over, the now serving sign. Now this is the now serving sign. This was in the Legacy store for a little bit. It was originally the exit to the Beetlejuice tribute store. It was right above the couch. That has lived on back here. $40, we have a wannabe Stanley tumbler, Amity Island, Shark Tours, the original Jaws. If you want one of those, it's double-sided. But $35, they're gonna have a Ghostbusters blanket. $27, they have some Ghostbusters little slipper. Okay, I wanna talk about these little figures in here. These are so incredibly expensive. I don't know who would actually spend the money on them. You get Ecto One, Firehouse, little Slimer, but wait till I start showing you the prices of these things. That little Slimer is going to cost you $75. That little guy. Stay Puff is $75. The library is $350, and then $220 for the Ghostbusters Firehouse.
All right, so let's talk about now with the marketing for HHN Hollywood and Orlando. They released pretty much the exact same trailer that we got for Orlando's, but in Hollywood. So the ending is different. Because there's no overarching story, I believe, between the two. John Murdy did have to say this. Okay, so Horror Hunt responded to the Hollywood trailer and they said, I thought you said you don't market the same way / use icons the same way as HHN Orlando. Care to explain to John Murdy? John Murdy responds with, it changed a lot in recent years, so it just kind of looks like they're just making generic, spooky commercials without an actual payoff. Hollywood and Orlando don't really work together too much. It's weird that that was the marketing decision behind that. From everything I'm hearing is like marketing that's happening is really doesn't have anything to do with the actual like icon of the year. So pretty much the icon of the year is Major Sweets. He's gonna have a very big presence this year for HHN. And then Murdy also responded to some more tweets. So at Milk said this to John. How do you feel about the connection between the facade at the H lot and Insidious, the Red Door? Now, this is the facade. This is going to be the stained glass from the film. So it's kind of confirming that, again, Insidious is coming this year. And John responds with, how do I feel? Well, I have a slightly scratchy throat. Might be coming down with something. But you know, the show must go on and all that jazz. So they said, at John, with Monstros coming to HHN Orlando, did you guys help them out in giving them stuff to use as a baseboard? Or is their Monstros in name only? And John said, I shared everything, but I leave the ultimate design to them as it should be. So it looks like John gave them everything. So it could be a copy and paste of the Hollywood house.
So they finally opened this area back up. Maybe there's like a little tech booth, something right over here. Honestly, isn't the show supposed to start in like 2 weeks? Isn't it June 14th? And that's the current site of the tech booth, I think, over there. Like, are they gonna be able to finish that in 2 weeks? All the fountains look pretty much done though.
The teams are just spreading themselves so thin. Universal's next decade is so aggressive with what they have planned. Everyone's just doing too much. Just like focus on your stuff, make it good.
So they've painted the bathrooms finally. You know, you have the silhouette of the forest. They're no longer doing annual pass holder previews. We are in full-on technical rehearsal. Oh, I didn't see this sign last time. Warning, you may get wet. Like a Shrek right there. They've added underneath Shrek Swamp, say 4 little ogres. That's the new little sign they've added. Pinocchio, what lie are you gonna tell us now?
You know who really broke Fiona's curse? Me!
Alright, so they've added these fans to the land. And they've also added some umbrellas here because the slides are getting a little toasty. You know, it's a toasty day when they open up the fire hydrant right next to Boris's office.
All right, so our field reporter, Melissa on HHN Hollywood, got some construction videos for us.
Looks like someone got hungry. They ate a couple of the mummy's fingers.
Okay, we're gonna have to Islands of Adventure and go try the new Dueling Dragons drink that are over at Mythos.
Okay, we've made it to Islands of Adventure.
Now y'all are wondering, what did they do for their 25th anniversary? Diddly squat. We did get the merch that was dropped like a month ago, but there's no special ceremony, no special characters. There is one special food offering at Mythos. That is it. That's the only thing they created for the 25th anniversary. So then enjoy a little retro clip of the opening day.
The line lines to Universal's new Islands of Adventure theme park began early this morning, with Mike Kuzma holding the lucky ticket. The Orlando man was the first visitor to the park. But many would follow in lines and mazes to get what's touted as the most technologically advanced theme park. Universal doesn't want its guests to be bored in line, so many will enter attractions with stories, including the Dueling Dragons roller coaster. First, you enter a castle where the sign specifically says, "Villagers beware." We followed our friends inside the ancient gate for a long walk through a cold and unsuspecting place, filled with dread and demons from the past. Some were worse for wear.
I think I've seen some pretty interesting stuff. I mean, it's these skeletons, skulls, all this stuff. It's really interesting the way to put it together. I really like it.
This is the story of Fire and Ice, two dueling serpents who don't like intruders in their castle.
Death by dragon's fire or ice. You should have heeded my advice.
So we didn't listen, hopped on Fire anyway. I don't know what I was thinking about, but for 25-year-old Chris Dean of Savannah, Georgia, it's his first roller coaster ride.
Well, look, why did you choose this, though, if this is your first ride?
They said get on the best one first.
I don't know.
All out the way.
I don't know if I can do it.
You can do it.
I can do it? Are you sure?
So against better judgment, we traveled over 60 miles an hour, barreling, coming within inches of the second roller coaster. Then, within minutes, it was all over.
So what do you think?
First ride was great. It was excellent. How'd you like it?
I'm about to
You were nervous? I was trying to talk to you and you wouldn't say nothing, but oh my God, oh my God.
We're here at Mythos Restaurant. As you know, it's the world's best theme park restaurant.
So they're called the Dueling Mocktails. Choose thy fate and celebrate Island of Adventure's 25th anniversary. So first off, we're gonna have the Pie Rock. It's gonna be a strawberry puree and lemonade, dueling with raspberry essence, garnished with a lychee boba dragon egg. They did say this thing does not stay down. It just, for some reason, just keeps, it's like a magic trick. That's real good. Refreshing, variety of flavors. You get the raspberry in there with the lemonade. 10 out of 10, wonderful.
It's a must.
And then next we got the Blizz Rock. It's gonna have blue curacao, Sprite, a fresh lime juice, dueling with mint essence, garnished with lychee boba dragon eggs. That's drastically different. It's like a blueberry lime, almost like a Moscow Mule kind of vibe to it. So this one was 7 out of 10. So it's gonna be the semolina crusted calamari, a tender calamari flash fried, served with smoked paprika aioli with a charred lemon. Hi, Mythos. Kind of dropped in quality. It's not like how it used to be. The lamb burger used to be like 10 out of 10. It's like an 8 out of 10. Calamari, it was like a 7 out of 10. Great service, great atmosphere, but the food just isn't as good as it used to be.
So Poseidon's Fury, you know, a lot of people always have questions.
But what happened to it? We talked about it when it closed. So pretty much what happened, a very lengthy refurbishment, and they fixed a ton of stuff. They invested a lot of money into it. They realized there was a lot more problems than there actually was. 20-something years of all those water effects and fire effects did its number on the entire building. That's why it's not operating. There's a plan for what's coming. I'm excited for it. Universal has a very aggressive next 10-year plan.
We're gonna pop in the All Halsey Boutique real quick. Now they have not had the new summer overlay yet, but I'm thinking, right, we talked about in the last video, the little Easter egg talking about the Lagoon Lounge. I think that's what they'll turn this into. Not too much happening in the All Halsey Boutique. Kind of same old until we get the summer overlay. I just want to be a worm. Now, if you come in here, you got some bloody candy right there. You know, little Major Sweets has left his little sweet treats here over the years. They've been here a while. This stuff isn't new. Kind of connected with what's coming. That is creepy.
Yeah, right.
What in the world? Get these cute little like jack-o'-lanterns up here, and this terrifying mask.
Okay, the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson P Chronicles have continued. Dwayne is recording all the audio, right, for Moana. So you see him, it's like his daughter and him, and he's recording. See his classic pee bottle, aka the Voss bottle, and then it mysteriously disappears. So I'm guessing in the middle of him recording all the audio, Dwayne had to, you know, release the little riptide, and then his personal assistant had to throw it out.
We're going into Circus McGurkus. This, I think, is the best quick service option here at Islands of Adventure, and one of the best at Universal Studios. But they've added some new little popsicles. The company that made those Shrek popsicles, they have popsicles here now, but you have to come over here to kind of the mobile order outlet. You can purchase it. So there's two different ones. This is the cookies and cream one. So it's gonna be the Spectacular Spotted Artokius. I love the graphics and the art design. The back looks great. If I ran the circus, I literally pulled it up and the whole stick comes off.
Major design flaw there. I guess I'll use this as a spoon. Pretty decent, 8 out of 10. The Shrek one, I think, is the superior one. I was asking a team member, because I had to go get a spoon. I was like, is this happening a lot? She said yes. Big issue with these sticks just falling straight out of the popsicle. If it gets a little bit warm, it's done with. This stick design is stupid. Just stick it all the way through the popsicle, because one little bit of like leverage, right, pulling up wrong, the stick just flies right out.
Careful, be careful.
Will it rip off? Oh, you got it.
Frozen lemonade time. That's really, really good. Oh yeah, just a regular lemonade flavor. 8.9.
Okay, we made it to Universal City Walk.
Let's first pop in the Universal Studio store first. $30. They got a new Have You Seen This Wizard? The print isn't very good though. It doesn't look very high quality. For $27, they have another free Dobby shirt. It's like a sock and it says free Dobby on it. $27 for this shirt. Wizarding Dad. Then they have a matching one over here. It's gonna say Wizarding Mom. So Coconut Club is finally reopening. They're gonna be doing some special stuff for Pride Month. Love is Universal. So on Thursdays from 5 till 12 and Fridays, they're gonna have exclusive drinks, merchandise, DJ, and live entertainment. They'll be doing a bunch of special stuff for Pride Month. Holy crap. It has been gutted. There is nothing left in those stores. Cinnabon is gone forever. The little surf shop is gone. We'll probably be getting some Nintendo stuff happening and then also an extension of the Universal Studios store. It's kind of the rumor. Crazy to see, it's just completely gutted.
Okay, and then Crystal and Chris posted this on Twitter talking about the HHN Vegas attraction. Okay, so Crystal and Chris tweeted this. Your latest construction update for Universal's Horror Unleashed Area 15 Las Vegas expansion. All walls are up and the building is now complete. Walls had just gone up when we were here in December. No official opening date, but coming in 2025. It's gonna be interesting. When I'm at different haunt expos, I'm always talking to other haunters and seeing their thoughts about everything. And they're like, there's never really been a 365 days a year successful haunt. And like, it's a big footprint that Universal is constructing. So like, how much are they gonna charge? Is it gonna be worth a whole trip out there? Because you're gonna have what? Like a tribute store, a restaurant slash bar, and then like 4 houses within there. Like here, you're paying what? Cheapest tickets almost like $100 for HHN. You're getting 10 houses a show, 5 scare zones. How much can they charge out there? And that's where my thought process is, like, how successful is this gonna be? I feel like HHN Orlando has the hardcore fans. I'd say maybe less than 5% of them have ever made it off to HHN Hollywood. And that's like an already established brand for decades and a theme park attached to it. I don't know how Universal's gonna convince all of us to go to Vegas, all the hardcore fans. It's gonna be interesting because like, I don't even think they understand how to market to their current HHN audience. The rumor right now is June of 2025 when HHN Vegas or Horrors Unleashed is supposed to happen.
Now I did see Furiosa, a worthy sequel, a wonderful film, a lot of fun, 8.5. If you're a fan of, you know, Mad Max at all, any of the films, I would suggest going to see this on the biggest screen possible. It's truly something special you gotta see. But it's not performing well at the box office, which stinks because it's a great film. Same thing with The Fall Guy. I really enjoyed The Fall Guy also. It's not performing very well in the theaters either. I really hate these new design logos. But they're telling you to download the app, right? Because there's no physical maps anymore. Big construction update for the Epic Universe Preview Center.
Release for the new preview center. So it says in June, Universal Orlando Resort will debut the Universal Epic Universe Preview Center at Universal City Walk, an all new interactive experience that allows guests to get an up close look at the new theme park ahead of its opening in 2025. Through a massive model offering a bird's eye view of the entire park, the preview center will highlight many of the awe-inspiring attractions and experiences to be discovered within Epic Universe. Guests will also be able to see exciting elements of the model come to life via augmented reality on compatible mobile devices. Okay, so it's kind of like the Epcot experience that they had, but you have to look through on your phone. I don't know how I feel about that. Shop a variety of brand new collections of Epic Universe merchandise and pose for photos with unique backgrounds themed to each of the 5 spectacular worlds. So when it comes to the Epic Universe, get at Preview Center opening in June. I believe tickets go on sale in August, and then the opening, still from what I've heard, is May 2025. I don't know how they're gonna make that time, but apparently they've changed the audio in the parking garages. There's like a voiceover, and normally it's like a themed music. So like Jurassic Park has like dinosaur sounds, a John Williams score, or Spider-Man.
Where you can experience exceptional dining.
Apparently they like took away all the themed music and sounds for the parking garage. They got to tone down on the safety spiel about advertising what's at CityWalk. I've heard it 5 times by the time walking from there to here. They really turned off all the music. Now they're just blaring this. Why do I feel like I'm in some like post-apocalyptic world where they're just blaring like, please stay inside, stay in shelter. The audio is like different audio happening all over the place. This is terrible.
Parks can be found by downloading the Universal Orlando app. Please watch your step.
Who thought this was a good idea? On that note, let's go back to the office and talk about the $350 ticket for HHN this year.
Okay guys, we're back in the office, so let's talk about the new speculation map that just dropped for HHN 33, and then also, you know, the $350 ticket. So first off, the speculation map. We have the officially announced Monstros. We have, you know, Insidious, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, The Quiet Place, Triplets of Terror, Major Sweets Candy Factory, Goblin Feast, The Museum, Deadly Exhibits, Slaughter Cinema 2, and then the all-female Universal Monsters house. Now, the interesting stuff is happening within the scare zones, right? We had this bow tie pop up. This bow is actually gonna be like Megan's. The rumor is that the Megan hordes might be returning. They just need to have a better spot with better lighting. Actually announce when the times were, because it was kind of a mess last year to try to see the Megan hordes. And then we have this skull right here for one of these scare zones. Now, this is gonna be where the weekend scare zone was supposed to be. I got a message a couple days ago, and they were like, we lost the weekend scare zone. Dude, they have lost so many like rumored IPs this year. Yeah, I think the weekend scare zone might be gone. We have this skull right here. This is kind of like a Day of the Dead looking skull. Like, they have had a Day of the Dead scare zone back in the day, so they just might be reusing those costumes. Yeah, the weekend scare zone I was hearing was just being majorly budget cut. I'm kind of glad it's gone because it wasn't gonna be like its full potential, but I was also excited to, like, you know, have the Dawn FM scare zone. So let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts about the weekend scare zone being potentially cut? But that's your little latest update from Fortnite Nightmares for their speculation map version number 3. So now let's talk about the $350 HHN ticket. It's being offered a day before the actual event. Let's read the description of what they said. They say, get ready. A premium scare night, Thursday, August 29th. Everything you already love about Halloween Horror Nights, but with limited capacity, shorter wait times, haunted house entries staggered by group, a section of all you can care to enjoy food, and more. So tickets are gonna go on sale June 6th. A premium Scream Night, guests will earn the ultimate bragging rights as they will be among the first to face this year's slate of all new frights comprised of 10 horrifying movie quality haunted houses inspired by cinematic greats and eerie original stories created by the twisted minds of Universal's entertainment team. There's gonna be 5 scare zones filled with hordes of menacing creatures and outrageous live entertainment. Ticket holders will also enjoy everything fans love about the world's premier Halloween event is a more intimate experience, complete with limited capacity and shorter wait times. There's gonna be staggered entry by group into the haunted houses so everyone can fall prey to the scares lurking at every turn. There's also gonna be a section of all you care to enjoy food items created by Universal's award-winning culinary team and inspired by this season's haunts, as well as non-alcoholic beverages. Then there's also gonna be exclusive event souvenir credentials and lanyards, access to select attractions at Universal Studios Florida, and free self-parking on August 29th. Okay, so then you're probably wondering, what are the prices? The prices, standard guest per person, is gonna be $350 plus tax. And if you're an annual pass holder, it'll be $225 plus tax. The 28th, that's gonna be like team member previews. 30th is when the event actually opens. You're gonna be paying $350 to just kind of go 24 hours before everyone else. I'm happy they're doing the staggered groups so you can kind of go through with your group instead of having a giant conga line going through the houses. So I do like that. All you care to eat food. We don't know what it is, right? They did the Taste of Terror thing last year. They didn't even have pizza fries. So pretty much you're paying to get like express. Now the price of a single night ticket for opening night the next day plus express and tax is going to run you $262.98. You're gonna be paying almost $100 more just for the day before with some free food and non-alcoholic beverages. So from what I was told, it's pretty much the house wait times. They were trying to do it, the max wait time they're thinking is 30 minutes or less. So that's kind of how they're going to be managing how many tickets are going to be sold. They're thinking 30 minutes or less wait times for these houses. $350 is like the price of a frequent Fear Pass, and if you can just wait 24 hours and just not go on social media, you'll be fine. If you do have the money and you want to kind of pay for a preview test for $350 plus tax per person, go right ahead. I will be going to it for you guys, but I always like to say week 2 of the event is the best time to go to HHN because the scare actors have kind of found their rhythm and groove. Let me know if you guys are going. I think a couple of my friends are going, but I was asking most of them, they're like, no, I'm gonna wait a day and just go when I have my Fear Pass. It's gonna be interesting to see how successful this is. It's kind of a good deal, but it's kind of not a good deal because of when you're doing it. So guys, on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
We love the family.
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. I love you all, and I'll see y'all very soon.
Is that just a plush chicken?
Hey, no, no, hey, no.
They don't sell food right here? What the heck?
Who thought this was a good idea?